Welcome to another edition of Soundtrack World Unscripted, where I, Anton Smit, editor-in-chief of Soundtrackwereld.com and in Dutch Soundtrackwereld.nl, will be talking about my passion for film music and music in other media. So this is the second edition, and I will be talking about some news, reviews I have done, concerts that and festivals that will be happening in the near future. Just a small wrap up of what has been happening last month and what will happening in a near future concerning soundtracks. So let's dive into the news. So the first piece of news that I would like to mention are the nomination for the Emmy Awards. These are the prestige awards for television shows, of course for best series, best drama. We are of course focused on the music. The music's nominees were not that easy to find on the website. I managed to find a little PDF with all the nominees, and I had a look at it. And there are quite some names on it that I do recognize, but apparently I have still a lot of research to do because I do not know most of these scores. I have not been able to listen to most of them. Of course, I know the Mandalorian, which is nominated for Outstanding Music Compositions for the series, which is an amazing score. But the others, still a lot of research to do before they announce their winners on September 20th. I am missing two scores on this list. The personal favorites of mine, of course. Maybe these are better, but I really liked His Dark Materials from Lorne Balfe. And I'm missing The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Netflix show with the music by Daniel Pemberton with additional music by Samuel Sin. But I should listen to this and see if there's some beautiful gems to be found here. During this pandemic, a lot of concert festivals are cancelled and postponed. That is not the case for de Avond van de Filmmuziek. English translation will be Evening of the Filmmuziek. It's the biggest film music concert we have in the Netherlands in extremely large venue called the Ziggo Dome. And instead of cancelling, they are going to divide the concert over 3 days to have less people into the venue. So I will probably still be going. I am still a bit worried about the virus because there is some kind of second wave starting going on here in the Netherlands. So I will not be surprised if it's still going to be cancelled. But at the moment it looks like it still goes through. And they also mentioned that they will keep the program intact. So I'm quite curious about it. And if I'm going, you can find a report on it when it comes out. So what also happened last month is an update on the King of Kings Kickstarter. It's a Kickstarter that has been around for a couple of years, and it's about full new re-recording of the music for King of Kings by Miklos Rosa, a movie from 1961. And it's 2 CD. And it took a while for this Kickstarter to get the music to its backers. But it finally fell on my doormat. So I can now listening to the fantastic music from this movie. From, of course, a fantastic orchestra in Prague. And it's all thanks to James Fitzpatrick and his team to making this possible. Not sure if it's probably going to come out, but I have not seen it on the internet. If it comes out and you can buy it or listen to it, definitely give this one a listen. I'm quite happy with the result and happy to be able to have backed this amazing project. So that was the news that I found interesting to mention. Let's dive into the reviews I have done. I will glance over them briefly in this unscripted. If you want to see more detailed views of my opinion about these scores, each of them has a written article which you can find in English on Soundtrackwereld.com and in Dutch on Soundtrackwereld.nl. So let's dive into the first one. So the first review that I would like to highlight is from the Apple TV Plus movie Greyhound with the main role for Tom Hanks. And it's a Second World War movie where he is a captain of a fleet. And the music for this movie is written by Blake Neely. What I can say about the music is that the movie has a lot of action, tense moments, and emotion and all this stuff. And Blake Neely is able to give everything a melodic sound to it. There is not that much repetition going on. All the music that you hear is melodic and thematic patterns, and that's what I like about this score. It has two beautiful themes, one for the captain itself, and one is a bit of a lament for the victims of war on both sides. That's what I like about it. And there is also a musical phrase for the U-boats that are the predators for these ships that are prey. And he uses it like to give the audience that, oh, there is danger, there is a U-boat, but you don't see it, which I like. And of course we know this technique from Jaws with the famous two notes. But to see it, the same technique in a different movie, it still works. If you are watching this as a video, you can see the amazing cover on the screen. If you're listening to the audio, you have to click on the link in the description to see it. But this cover for the next soundtrack from The Animal Crackers with music written by McCreary is brilliant drawing of him as a bear conducting in all kinds of animals. It's drawn by the artist of Animal Crackers, which is an animation movie on Netflix. And the music is just a delight. If you know me a bit, you know that I like Bear McCreary's music a lot. And this fits just perfect. It's just a fun listening experience with a lot of themes blended together. And I can go in more detail about it, but as you can see in my review, there's a link to his blog post in there where he goes in full detail of every theme he's written for that movie. Listen to the score, watch the show on Netflix. You just leave with a smile on your face when you're done. So the last review that I have written before this Unscripted is from the music of the game Ghost of Tsushima. And the music is written by two composers, Ilan Eshkeri and Shigeru Umebayashi. Japanese names are always very hard to pronounce. Both are amazing composers and they have written amazing music for this game. Ilan Eshkeri was responsible for the main story, the cutscenes and all that stuff. And his main theme for this game is absolutely stunning. It's full of emotion. It can be heard in the first track, The Way of the Ghost. And there is another The Way of the Ghost on this album, and that is the song based on the theme, which is also gorgeous to listen to. It even adds even more emotion to it, which I thought was not even possible. And the last 5 tracks on this long album are from Shigeru Umebayashi. And what he has done, he has written a suite of 5 pieces, but they are quite lengthy in total. And his music is used to give the world, the island of Tsushima, representation in the music. So when you're not busy with the main story and just traversing through the countryside, that's my understanding of it. I have not played the game. I have watched some video clips on it on YouTube, so I have an impression about how the music is used. And overall, amazing. Both composers have worked on it, and from my understanding have not worked together on the music, but still both styles, which are a bit different, complement each other very well. Definitely worth a listen to. Sadly, I'm not able to review all the soundtracks that are coming my way, and that is also the case for this little EP called Corpus Journey Through the Human Body. It's music written by Witteveen, and it's not really for a movie. It's written for small movies in the museum in Corpus, which have the shape of a human body. And it's only 15 minutes, 3 pieces with just beautiful melodies. I'm not able to see how they work with the images, have not been to the museum. One of the reasons why I cannot really review this. But it's quite pleasurable to listen to on its own. If you have time, say 15 minutes, give this one a listen. So the reviews that I wanted to highlight, I hope you are checking them out. They can be found on Spotify and all digital platforms. And you can read more detailed reviews on my site. And let's take a look into the future with some concerts and some festival news. So there is a festival coming up on October 16 and 17 in Wroclaw, Poland, and that is the Game Music Festival. And it's a festival about music for games with two main concerts. One is the Divinity Original Sin and Baldur's Gate music, and the other is my favorite, the music from Bastion's Resistor Pi and Hades. I have been following the composer Darren Korb and the main vocalist for this music, Ashley Barrett, for quite some time, ever since Bastion. And visiting one of their concerts is still on my bucket list because they're both performing on this concert, and they are American, and I do not see them able to visit Poland in this time of crisis. I also cannot go anymore because the concert is sold out. It looks like a very interesting festival. I have kept my eyes on the festival for their previous two editions, and I was planning to go this year, but with COVID, probably not going to happen, especially now when it's sold out. Maybe in the near future. I hope they have an amazing festival. I also do know that for if guests are not able to attend, they are trying to do things remotely at the festival itself to at least to share knowledge about game music to the attendees of this amazing festival. There is another concert planned for in October, and this is the prestige World Soundtrack Awards. It's one of the biggest soundtrack concerts in Europe. It has been around for a long time. It's their anniversary edition this year. And with COVID, it will be happening online. And it means that everyone can enjoy this concert for free. The only thing you have to do is just click this register button here, and you can enjoy this concert from the safety of your own couch. It looks like an amazing concert with music from the discovery of last year, Michael Abels, and with special guest star with Alexander Desplat and Gabriel Jarrett. So, like they say here, free of charge from the comfort of your sofa. Why would you not do this if you're a fan of film music? Register and probably have an amazing evening. Or if you are in the other side of the world, in America for example, an amazing afternoon, because you can attend this concert as well. The last festival announcement that I would like to mention is MOSMA 2020, which will happen in only a couple of days after telling you about this here. And it's an amazing festival I attended in 2018. And for this edition, instead of having guests over from the United States and other places in the world, it's more Spanish focused this time because of the virus. So they have a couple of concert plans, homage to Ennio Morricone, music of Studio Ghibli, and music from Alex Pina's TV series. And their last concert is a concert starring Spanish cinema. So you can see it's very Spanish focused. Their website is also Spanish. So I'm always happy with Soundtrack Fest, who is a friend of mine, Gorka Oteza, for providing this information for me in English. If you don't know this website, check it out. It contains a lot of information about concerts and festivals for film music. So if you're close to Malaga, go here. They have film music in their hearts. So that concludes another edition of Unscripted. Hope that you enjoyed listening to it. What will be happening next? Well, I'm going on a small holiday. I will be getting in my car next week and just drive to somewhere. I have no idea how long I will be away. It all depends on Corona and all that stuff, and how long I can manage to go out by myself and enjoy some time off by myself. Maybe have some time in the hotel room or apartment where I'm in to write something or not. In any case, content will be a bit light the next couple of weeks. But when I return, hopefully I have a lot of new energy to continue doing this unscripted. It's a lot of fun to do. And of course I will still be writing for my two sites, Soundtrack World and Soundtrackwereld.nl. If you want to keep in touch with what I'm doing here, you know the YouTube drill. You can subscribe to my channel, and liking this video will also help me a lot to get some more exposure. And maybe tell your film music friends about this. Just 10-15 minutes talk about film music by me every month or so. It's not much time, and it's a great way to get some information about what's happening in the world of film music. So hopefully see you again for the next episode.